Hey, good morning, everyone. My name is Lamont Gilchrist. www.L.G.Fitness-Messiah.com is my website. Go ahead and check it out. It has some links to my private Zulu group where I post athletic, eating, fitness, health information. So go to the website, click on the link that says join group. If you're not a Facebook friend, you can still join the group. Just click on the link and I'll patch you through the group. So I posted a couple of pictures on my social media, Facebook, and then my group. Yesterday I posted a bodybuilding pyramid, and probably about a month ago or so I posted a health or a fat loss pyramid. So I got questions from people, from one of my clients in the UK, and they want to know what's the difference. There's a huge difference between health and fitness and bodybuilding and a whole bunch of different other aspects. So I'm going to just state some of the obvious and show the contrast in between health and fitness and what it is that you actually see and what it is that actually goes on. So in the fitness industry over here, and let's just talk from like physique, bodybuilding, and other aspects of that. So there are subcategories in that. The natural ones really don't get that much exposure because, once again, they're not really freaks of nature. And it's hard to compete when you're natural as opposed to people who take drugs. So when you look at the advertisement, people who are saying do this and take this supplement and this works and all this other stuff from a bodybuilding aspect, which I'm able to separate. I look at the federations that they compete in, or if they don't compete, I look at the aesthetics, how long they've been doing it, transformation age, and all this other stuff. And right away, you usually can see the drug or the dark side of the fitness industry, where there's a lot of propaganda, a lot of just telling these in general methods of how to get in shape and all this other stuff. It doesn't really work in general. I'm going to tell you why, and I'm going to show you why over here in this fitness industry it doesn't work. Because in the fitness industry, at the top of the top, let's say we go to the Olympia. We got the Arnold Classic coming up this weekend in Ohio. So let's say that in a competition, competitive bodybuilding. At the top of the food chain is Phil Heath. Below Phil Heath, everybody falls into their category. Now, Phil Heath has, quote unquote, the best genetics, or some of the best genetics that are out there right now. Now, the difference between regular athletics and bodybuilding is that it's subjective. In a football game or in a wrestling match, you can see the scoring, the points. And in a tennis match, you can see the ins and outs, and you have replays, and you have questionable calls and stuff like that. So the officiating is different. In bodybuilding, physique competition, fitness competition, it is subjective. It's what the judges want to see to an extent. They go off conditioning, they go off of symmetry, they go off posing, they go off of fullness of muscles. At different aspects of it. And then as you go from bodybuilding down to bikini, there's a different look. They go off of what they think is the best look for bikini. Now, that doesn't mean that that's the best body or that is truly the best body on stage. Usain Bolt owns the world record in the 100. Until someone beats that, Usain Bolt is the fastest 100-meter runner. Cut and dry. The person who lifts the most weight in a competition at their weight category is the best, most strongest person in that weight category. The person that wins the Olympics in their wrestling weight is the best at that category. Then you can start putting time and everything else, like is Michael Jordan better than Wilt Chamberlain and stuff like that. So when you take that aspect and you understand the aspects of competitive sports, which I've been a world-class competitive athlete in track, football. I played basketball, was actually way better in basketball after I left high school. I started, I've been all-state, super state, MVPs. So I come from a competitive arena. I won nationals when I was 10 in track. So I've been competing all my life. So I am an athlete. I take an athletic approach to bodybuilding. So I understand my training is athletic and everything else like that. But not to get off the subject, but to get back to what I'm trying to explain, is that subjective beauty is just subjective beauty. And what they say they're doing, in most cases, genetically, their genetics don't lead way just naturally for them to reach their potential. I've been blessed with some great genetics, and I've bust my ass all my life to develop a body that people don't believe to be natural, but I am lifetime natural. But on the other hand, some people take just a little bit of enhancement, growth hormones, steroids, designers, all these other things, human injectable. They use coke, cocaine, clenbuterol, Lasix to get lean and get that grainy look and all this other stuff. Even with all of that, most of those people will never beat Phil Heath. Now, I'm going to show you how it works, and I hope this video don't be too long. So if Phil Heath dials in and everything that he has to dial in, and is 99 to 92% in his best looking shape, which he never looks the same every year. Nobody ever does, and that's the illusion of it. You just have to look better than the person standing next to you at that competition on that particular day. That's what bodybuilding is really about, and presented like that. So if Phil Heath is in the 90-something on up, no one in the world can beat him because of his genetics. And that's just the honest fact of it. And people can do whatever they want to do, take as much drugs, get as big, get as whatever. So genetically, he sits apart from people in that subjective arena. And it goes the same way in fitness, men's physique, classic physique, bikini, and all the other things, depending on what it is that they're looking for. But over here in the real world, people think you can just take a protein and take a fat burner and do all this other stuff, and then you can look like this person who just looks like this person. And you have to understand, when they take a picture, when someone takes a picture or is on Instagram and stuff like that with Photoshop and all these other different things and stuff like that, or they could be looking real great in a picture, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if they got on stage with world-class athletes and you have to use aesthetics and balance between muscles and all this other stuff, they'll get smoked. They couldn't even stand on stage like the freak like Rich Piana and other people and stuff like that are really big in the fitness industry and that promotes fitness stuff, but they use drugs and other things and stuff like that. And you would say, okay, he's a bodybuilder, blah, 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 and all this other stuff. No, he's not. That's just like the people that talk stuff about the NFL that never had a chance to play elite level football, or the people who talk about basketball that's never dunked or never, had an elite level experience, or a person who's never ran under 11-second 100 or jumped 40-something inches in the air. There's only certain people in the world that can reach those standards. But in comparison to if you're playing or you're just looking at in general to the rest of the population, they look like gods in pictures outside of competition. And that's what sells. People sell an image, and that's what they are selling you. So don't be bamboozled by the images that are being portrayed as far as what fitness is or health is and all this other stuff. It is an illusion. Health is, and a healthy path to what it is that you're trying to accomplish. You can't be someone else. Even those people can't be who they were. Flex Wheeler can't be the Flex Wheeler of 92, and Phil Heath, the best in the world, is not the same Phil Heath every year he come in. He has to keep on grinding it and doing it and making changes. The same thing like Usain Bolt don't break his 100-meter record time every time he run, but he still beat everybody and win the race. That's the difference between the competitive world and over here where regular people live at, where they believe that you can look like this person. I want to shape this. I want a booty like this. And you can do injectables, synthol, fat. So people are willing to do a lot of things to try to look good for a short period of time. If you look at everybody from the 90s or from the 80s that bodybuild, you wouldn't even recognize or notice them right now at 40-something or 50-something. They look worse or terrible or worse off than people who never looked it in their life because of all the drugs. And then they have health problems going along with that. So don't get caught up in the illusion of of what it is that your eyes see, especially in the trickery and the sleight of hands of these magicians and liars to try to sell you stuff to make a living off of your naivety, you being naive or misinformed or being delusional about what can be accomplished and what can't be accomplished genetically and supplementation and eating and other aspects and stuff like that. I hope this video kind of clears up the different arenas and the different approaches that you have to take. And I started off by talking about the pyramids because all the same things don't go hand in hand. That's why you need to get a better understanding of what it is you're trying to do, what is your lifestyle, what is the ultimate goal and realistic goals that you can set for yourself so that you can create the best body, if that's what you want, that you've ever had, or you can be in the best shape that you've ever been in, or you can have the best health that you want to achieve. But all of that doesn't necessarily go hand in hand. My name is Lamont Gilchrist. Thanks.